Oh, it's recording. Y'all been
You know she gonna cut it out. This deal we talking about. She gonna cut it out and keep it to the side.
That's why.
They gonna keep it for themselves. Just to laugh at her.
She talking about it. She damn sure gonna hit you loud. She see that. She was like, 2 hours ago I talked to the
Welcome to the Loud and Clear podcast, y'all. They on some bullshit today. I don't even know what we talking about.
Yo.
So let's get right into it. Nia's over here throwing shade. All crazy. This better make the episode. So I don't care. She throwing hella shade about. Listen, man. If this how y'all life want to be lived, you feel me? They taking away birth control and abortions and stuff. You feel me? Then hey, have your babies, ladies.
I missed that part. I didn't know they was taking away birth control too. God damn.
And then they trying to take away all that shit.
Yeah, they on that bullshit.
Which don't make no sense, but
yeah. Oh. Sheesh.
It's Joe Byron.
Oh man, I ain't gonna front. That was funny.
Yeah, so
great way to start that episode off.
I want y'all to comment below how y'all feel about the shadiness. You feel me? Because Nia's definitely the biggest tree in the family. She's always throwing the shade. Right? We're just gonna be honest. If you watch Ashani's diary last, week, then you would know like she throws a whole hell of a lot of shady.
To be honest, if you just meet her in real life and hang out with her, you feel me?
Alright, today's topic is get on Nia.
Let's get it! Oh my god! I've been waiting for this to be the topic.
Wow, when mommy put hella boobs. Like,
been waiting. This nigga. Y'all don't even know what we go through. Like, this wasn't I'm trying to tell you, if this wasn't my means, I would go, like, you know how niggas go to the wishing well, like, throw a quarter in the foundation? I would go wish I was a female for a day and box her shit right up. Like, I'm telling you. But put her shit right together.
I swear to these, I am not that bad. He is
I'm telling you, bro, I put her shit right together. Like,
he is dragging it. I love y'all.
Yo, I love her. That's my man. But I still had to boot back her shit like once or twice. Like good. You feel me?
When was one? Yo, that's not even topic for today, yo. That's not
shit. They wouldn't have thought that shit.
Shit. Well, excuse me, yo. I was just playing about everything I said. Yo. I was just joking.
No, it wasn't. He wasn't joking. Y'all could tell he was very serious.
Wait until that's really the topic, y'all.
We'll never be the topic.
We fucking have a roast episode and just cut everybody ass.
At this point, wait, no, I can't roast. Not even gonna lie.
Hey,
this nigga needs to start getting personal with me immediately. This nigga needs to start getting personal immediately. You never seen her try to crack a joke? That should be funny. She'd be like, alright. And then she said something mad personal and the motherfuckers leave.
You just sit there and look at each other like, ooh, damn.
Wow.
The niggas leave parties and shit. Be like, oh.
It'd be the accuracy, like, that's just too crazy. That's what makes it more funny. But anyways, y'all, for real. Today's topic is these DL niggas.
It's these what? What the fuck?
Oh, the DL?
Yeah. Work. To me, I be work. See me do me dirt. Cause I'm made by that work. When you walk a line. In the cafe, drive me a dessert. Listen to be lurking. Yeah. You make a like, now you don't like it. You know I dealt with you the nicest. Nobody touched me in the righteous. Nobody text me in a crisis. I believe that all of your dreams are duration. You took my heart, all my keys, and my patience. You took my heart, I must leave a decoration. You mistaken my love, I brought for you for foundation. All that I wanted from you was to give me
Oh damn.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely. Cause I don't know nothing. Matter of fact, nah, cause then I'm gonna be throwing shade. So never mind.
Yeah. So let's get into it. Say no, not really like DL niggas, but like niggas who like, alright, so I be feeling like nowadays niggas show more love to their homeboys than to their actual.
I feel like alright, now I'm about to cook this shit right here. I'm about to cook this shit in this shit right here in the bud. Because make sure y'all when y'all cook, cause I'm tired of seeing that she got that shit off the internet. And I'm tired of shit. You did. You got that shit off the internet because you've been on the internet OD over the past month.
To be honest, it's no way.
What is the
I mean, I'm about to say, I ain't never seen no post with
that. Shit
that's been a thing for years.
That shit been on the internet for quite some. No, it's been a big thing over the internet in like the last month. And I just want y'all to understand. You feel me? Like y'all like hood wannabe street niggas, right? Yes. And what the shit that they listen to, y'all don't have to answer. It's facts. Like, you don't have to answer. I dare one of y'all to go say that y'all going to look for the businessman or the nigga that's actually trying to do something with his life. Y'all know y'all not. Because if that was the case, y'all wouldn't have to deal with the shit that y'all complain about, you feel me, on a regular basis that niggas is doing. Because y'all deal with all the same type of niggas. It's facts.
Be on some shit.
I'm not saying just, but some of them businessmen still be hood niggas that just made it up in the world. I'm talking about the actual factual nice guy that you know for sure was not pulling a whole hell of a lot of bitches in school and shit like that. Like y'all not going for them niggas. So at the end of the day, y'all gonna have to deal with the niggas that wanna be on the block thinking that they making a whole bunch of bread. Whole time you're not doing nothing but wasting your life and your time and shit like that.
Show your man's more love though.
That's what they doing. They on the block with their niggas and they think that shit is what's right because what they listening to in the music. Oh, everybody is MOB, money over bitches, put this over bitches, your bros over bitches, hoes over like that's all they listening to. That's all they want to hear. That's all they're talking about. They doing everything that they hear in the music and seeing on music videos and the movies and TV shows like that. And the females gravitate to that shit, so they gonna continue to act like that until ladies change how niggas is perceived. You feel me? Until the ladies, the women actually start to go towards the men that's about something and that's not out here trying to portray bullshit, then niggas is gonna continue to act like that. And it's facts. Them hood niggas pull all the bitches. Ugly, fat, tall, short, it don't matter. If you a hood nigga, you getting a little tiny bit of bread, some Balenci's on your feet, a white t-shirt every day, motherfuckers is looking your way. And I'm not trying to hear that shit.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm not one of them. And I'm just gonna say this because I feel as though like maybe like 16 through 19 or whatever, maybe 20, maybe 21, yeah. But still, like right now, where I'm at in my life right now is like niggas is not going for that shit. I feel as though I don't know, because at the same time though, like even if you selling a little bit of grass or whatever, but you trying to go somewhere, that's different. Like we all gotta, you feel me, start somewhere, gotta get our money somehow, some way. I don't be caring about that. I'm not gonna go as far as to being with a nigga that's selling that white stuff, that's selling all that extra stuff, that crazy stuff that could get you crazy calm. I'm not, no, because you ain't gonna get me fucked up in that shit.
But what you don't understand, even behind selling weed is still a danger.
I
Because
mean,
at the end of the day, niggas still want,
it's
not the same extent, but niggas will still want what you got. Niggas will still pull up on you. Niggas will still try to rob your shit.
Yeah, but that would be the same thing as him being in the industry and coming back to the hood or whatever. I feel like anything with niggas is a risk.
And that's another thing though. That's something that's portrayed. Because that's something that's portrayed because why after we make it should we have to come back to the hood? Ain't no need for me to ever be. Ain't no need. You niggas want me to come see y'all? Fuck no. I'm gonna fly y'all niggas out. We gonna have a good time where I'm at. I'm gonna show y'all a different side of life rather than the shit that y'all been seeing every single day. You feel me? That you want me to come back to and possibly fall into the trap and possibly die there because most motherfuckers that get famous die in their own hood. It don't happen too often outside of it. So it's like, what y'all really want from niggas? Like, I know y'all niggas like on some real shit. Like y'all niggas need to the hood is not where it's supposed to be. You feel me? Like why would we go back to it?
It's not, but I mean there's no but. It's not.
It's really not. Like especially once you made it. What's the point in it?
But I just think that's every nigga though. Like y'all just show more love to y'all homeboys than
that's
I
false.
do like y'all for real. And I don't know. Like
I
don't know.
I can't relate. Because I never showed more love to listen, at the end of the day, it's a difference between.
Okay, but it's people that's rare. Like, people like you are rare. Like, you barely have friends. So, that's different. Like, who you about to. Mr. all the way in Philly, Tyree all the way out here, and not mobile right now. So, it's just.
I mean, I got homies that live around the way, but it's like, I don't care too much for that shit. Because I did a lot of shit as a young boy. I was outside. Like, unlike a lot of these niggas that's out that just jumped off the porch. I was outside as a kid. I was outside all day, every day, from 9 to maybe like 20, like 20 is when I sat down and really start chilling the fuck out, trying to figure out what the fuck I wanted to do in my life and sit down and really think about shit. Like I wasn't outside of the 20 up until now, so I had some time to really think about my shit and really, I don't know, the develop and grow outside of what was going on in the world. You feel me? Like these niggas is out, these niggas is just jumping off the porch. That's real shit. Like, and there's another thing too. Like you saying like, I don't know if you legitimately mean like they girl or a shorty that they messing with. Because at the end of the day, it's a huge difference between your girl and the shorty you messing with. I've never treated. No, I ain't gonna say I treated them disrespectfully or no shit like that, but I never treated no shorty that wasn't my girl as if she was such or of higher standard than my man's in them. Because at the end of the day, you just a John. These are motherfuckers that I've been with through the mud, through all kinds of shit. You feel me? Niggas then did this together, that together. Niggas that been through this together, that together. You feel me? All types of shit. So at the end of the day, you just somebody that's around. These motherfuckers I really got. At the end of the day, it may sound weird, but I got a relationship with that I got love for. That at the end of the day, like I'm just bonding you.
What you consider a John though? Cause like,
listen, at the end of the day,
conspiracy. Wait, no, like let me just make a little like comparison. Cause all right, so you say it's somebody that you just mess with, but that's not your girl, whatever. But like, I feel like all right, so y'all already gonna know what I'm talking about. But I feel like even if that's just a girl that you just messing with or whatever, even if y'all have the bond of years behind that, I still feel like I should get the same respect as your homie. So, what do you consider a John, whatever the fuck you said?
It's probably because it probably just depends on like the definition of the relationship, I guess. Cause it's like if one person thinks it's more like it's like talking, leading somewhere, and the other person just like you feel me, we just fucking around, whatever. That's where the issue gonna come in, cause one person gonna be feeling like things are supposed to be, you feel me, more centered towards them as a unit, and the other person who's like, well, fuck what they talk about, you feel me?
I'm on my own shit.
Yeah,
and that's
like,
what it is. Like at the end of the day, like
not everybody considers the time that gets put into shit. So, like, that may not play a factor for some people that just don't give a fuck about how much time going to shit.
Like, this is not right. But the thing about it is, people have too many expectations with shit. Unless something legitimately gets established, you cannot have no expectations at all. And that's just how life is. Like, if a motherfucker tell you tomorrow, yeah, man, I got a modeling gig for you coming up and such and such and such, and they pay this much, you could be excited about it, but you're not gonna bank on that shit because you don't know if that shit gonna fall through or not, right? Like, so at the end of the day, if you get in a relationship with somebody up until that moment where they say, yo, look, I feel like this is what it is and I'm really fucking with you and we going this way, you can't, even if that's how you feeling on the inside, you can't feel excited about it being a relationship unless it's already been established, like it's for real, you know for sure, like this is what it is. You feel me? Until, like, people always say you celebrate victory too early, and that's facts. Like, people do that shit too often. Just based off of, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and then now you asked out at the end because you was doing this, doing that, and that person wasn't looking at you in that way at all.
I don't know. I think I'm a little confused because I feel like what I'm saying is getting like blown out of proportion a little bit. Like, I'm talking about like the level of respect and stuff like that. Like, I feel like.
All right. So what you mean like level of respect? Like in what type of a situation?
So let me give you an example. All right, so let's just say it's not a John or whatever. It's you're in an actual relationship, right? This your girl or whatever. Usually a nigga could have better communication with his homie than his actual girl. You and your girl arguing, but then you turn around and tell your homie what's going on, and you and your homie having a regular conversation, good, calm, cool, and collected. But why can't you do that? Because let's just say he riled up or whatever, and you come trying to have a conversation, but he can't talk to you, but he can talk to him. Communication. You should have that same communication that you have with your homie that you have with your shorty.
So do you mean as far as like the tone that they use? Or like, cause I mean, they may feel more comfortable talking to their friend than they girl. Especially in an argument.
Once it already got heated on some type shit, you feel me?
He might be going to them trying to get some advice or whatever. But if you mean as far as like the tone of which he like was talking to her versus how like how calm he was about that shit, talking to his mans, then yeah, that's a level of respect. You feel me? That's a little different, because it's like, if you're not going to talk to your mans and shit like that when y'all argue, don't talk to me like that when we argue. Like,
that's not what I was saying, but that was definitely a good point too. Like, if you're not about to talk to your mans like that while we arguing, do not talk to me like that. Like, that was definitely a great point. I was saying, if you could have well, that's kind of what I was saying, but like after the fact, if you could have a cool, calm, collected conversation, yeah, it is what I was saying actually. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
yeah, you can talk calmly to your man. You should be able to talk calmly to your shorty. Like, why you over here hyped up at me, but you don't be hyped up with him?
yeah, no, that's definitely like a level of respect that has to be had. But I feel as though that's not even just a relationship thing. Like, that is something that applies to, like, I feel like it applies to if you're just talking to somebody or whatever the case may be. Because it's like, my nigga, I'm not just like, we may not be nothing official, but we still have some type of relations or something here, you feel me? If we gonna interact, you gonna put respect. And that's all it is. Like, because if we around your friends and shit, and I see y'all argue, and you arguing, you heated, but your tone is still like level and shit like that, but we argue and you instantly go to 10, like, no, that's a problem. Like,
yeah. Facts. Do you have anything to say about that? Amen.
not amen.
Like, definitely, like,
I mean,
I like the way you put that into words.
I try not to argue with females. If it get to that point, I try to shut the fuck up, but you feel me? It all
But
depends.
no, not females in general, because I don't care what you do with that shorty, but we're specifically talking about, like, your girl, like, your significant other.
No, but at the end of the day, what you gotta understand about your significant other is your significant other knows how to push buttons and shit like that. If somebody that you fucking with knows how to push buttons and shit like that, the other people will not know how to push and know how to irritate you.
Now you being mans for years?
Bro, mans for years we don't do that shit. We're not women. Y'all do that.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Y'all, it's facts. Y'all get emotional, and because you're emotional, you want somebody to have an emotional response along with you. So until you get that emotional response, you're gonna push them buttons, everyone that you know that motherfucker got, until that nigga explode. And y'all do that, and you can't deny it, because women do that shit. Men, at the end of the day, when we got an issue with each other, it's either we gonna get right down to the issue, or somebody's gonna be a passive aggressive bitch. And it is what it is. It's out when men, it's just one simple separation. Alpha males, the motherfuckers that's gonna go attack the situation and deal with it right then and there. And it's betas that's gonna be passive aggressive about this shit and go behind niggas' backs and talk shit and all that shit. You feel me? And at the end of the day, it's never gonna come back to me because you behind my back talking that shit. So nobody's worried about that shit. But with us, when I got a problem with my man, he's gonna know that shit right then and there. And however that shit gotta get handled, it's gonna get handled. Right. You know how many of my mans I done put hands and feet on, and they done put hands and feet on? It is what it is. Like,
He almost killed Tyree.
I'm crying. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was
I would love
bad.
to see that.
He was
Not
bad.
gonna lie. That would be interesting, just because I never see him get physical.
I'm probably the worst person to see Tariq. Now Tariq, he can fight.
Me either.
He can fight.
That's why
I seen him beat up a couple people.
I ain't say he can't. I was just.
I ain't gonna say I made him beat up the dude, but you feel me? We were just talking about that situation yesterday. But some nigga was like, he was talking weird shit in school all day. You feel me? Like, I don't know what happened. We was coming from like a basketball tryout or some shit, and they was as far as I knew, they was cool. I didn't really know the nigga like that, but I knew him from around school. So like we were leaving, the nigga came in, I spoke. I'm like, yo, what's good? He like, what's up? Tyree was like, yo, what's good? And the nigga like, I don't fuck with you. But Smooth just kept walking, so I guess he ain't hearing me. I'm like, oh, and like you know me, like I'm off rip, like that's my man. Well, what the fuck did you just say, my nigga? And he like, what you mean? What he just? I'm like, he just said what the? He just said he don't fuck with you. Like I thought y'all cool or some shit. So like maybe it's
the spicer.
Maybe it's not that deep. Like maybe it's not that deep, but the way he said it like sounded like it was some real serious problems here, buddy. Like, and Tyree walked over, he like, yo, you said you don't fight? He's like, yeah, I don't fuck with you, and all this other shit. And Dada boom, so they were supposed to fight that day. The nigga bitched up, niggas ain't want to mix, we go home. This is we're in school now. The entire week, they were talking about fighting outside of school on Saturday. And this nigga, every time these niggas had a class near each other, or they was leaving in the hallway, this nigga come to Tyree, clapping, doing all this loud shit, weird shit. Saturday, can't wait. So one day I was out there, and he came out there doing that bullshit. And you know Tyree, he not gonna say nothing. He just get this weird ass look on his face.
Nah, real shit.
He just get this weird ass look on his face, like he about to cry or some shit like that. And then me at the time, I didn't know that he would even defend himself, cause I didn't know him like that. I only knew him from a few situations, and one of the 2 situations where I would have punched the nigga in his mouth, he didn't. So I felt like I didn't know if he was gonna defend himself. You feel me? So when a nigga came over talking that shit, he was like, you know what? Let's go in the bathroom. And the nigga like, no, Saturday. Still doing all this extra shit. He got in Tyree's face. Yeah, he got in Tyree's face. They get away from each other. Other niggas come in the middle of it and trying to separate them and all that shit. And I just grabbed one arm and just moved everybody, slipped it out the way, and said, yo, bro, beat this nigga up. He beat that nigga up. And that nigga came back to school and his eye looked like an 8 ball. And that shit was crazy. He got his shit on. Learn from fucking with my man.
I just want y'all to notice how he said he ain't make him beat him up. But y'all see where he said, I took one arm, pushed everybody back, and told that nigga, beat that nigga up. Because at the end of the day, I want it to be understood. And if the nigga who it is, because you know me and I know you, got a problem with me saying this, we can meet up. I was going to beat the shit out of you if you would have came up to my mans again and y'all didn't fight on Saturday. I was gonna fuck you up in school, I promise you. And if any of your cousins or your mans or one of them would have came through, I'd have called my cousins and my mans and then we'd have came through from Philly. And we not playing under that shit. Niggas came through and blitzed that shit. I'm not playing, bro. We'd have beat your shit. Like, oh my God, bro. And younger Dino was
oh my God, bro. I'd have beat the shit out of you, bro. I would have beat the shit out of you. Real bad. But I'm glad you know that got settled the way that it did. My man's got to handle his own. Because, yeah.
Alright, it's a lot.
I'm just saying, man, because niggas, sometimes niggas be having animosity from situations years later after they got fucked up and shit. Like, you got his shit beat and that. His shit like your jacket. Like this right here, that's what his eye look like. He light skinned, so you can really see that shit. Man. I'm like, damn, buddy. He ain't get knocked out, but his shit was just a little swolly swole. And I still, to this day, nobody knows what that nigga issue was with my mans. Like, still to this day, nobody knows. Nigga just came out of nowhere head. Like, bro.
Like this sometimes. People just be hating just because, just how you look or whatever. Like,
just because you breathing.
No, real shit. Gotta watch out for those.
That should be like... 100%.
That's really what made me mad, because I'm like, yo, bro, I just moved out here. And I seen y'all niggas talking a lot. I've been to the court with this nigga, and you been there, and y'all niggas been shared water and shit like that.
Shared water.
Like,
nigga, you my friend.
Y'all niggas is friends. So why the fuck is you coming up here acting like it's a problem? Like, what is the issue? And you lucky you told me I couldn't stick. I was gonna steal you at tryout, bro. I was gonna knock your ass out. I'm like, I don't fuck with you. Back! Fuck with that then. That's my mans. What you wanna do?
Yeah.
Speaking of the basketball court, that's another point I wanted to make. Like, niggas will sit here.
Okay.
I just want to see what you saying, bro. Come on, man. I look everybody in their face when they come in.
Little scared. Say no. Niggas will sit here and be niggas will sit here and go with their mans to the basketball court for hours, or sit on the game for hours with their mans, or do this with their mans, da-da-da-da-da. But let your girl ask you for 1 hour of your time to just, I don't know, do something. And it's a problem. I don't feel like it, babe. I don't want to do that, babe.
It depends on what it is.
Oh my gosh, babe. Babe.
It don't depend on what it is.
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't depend on what it is. So you
do nothing that I feel as though you not gonna want to do. Like
that's false though. Y'all ladies will ask niggas to do something that they truly do not want to do sometimes.
I'm gonna be honest. Women are more into, you feel me, trying different shit, going out doing different types of shit, all different types of shit.
Men like what men like what they like.
They like what they like. They pretty much. That's what it is.
We
like,
are
if they
why
try something new and they like it, then cool. But somebody usually has to introduce them to it or something. Like they're not gonna just be like, no, it has to be like. It may be like somebody older if it's a man, but it'll more so have to be a woman that'll be like have to really sit down, try to introduce them to the different shit, and then it'd be like once they get into it, they be like, oh y'all really fuck with this, and then that's why.
But it could be small shit though, like even like watching a movie or some shit, like you.
All right, well you just fucking with gay niggas and you just gotta say that, like
yeah,
you just fucking with gay niggas and you just gotta say that. That's your problem, like. Because watching a movie is not an issue unless I continue. I'm gonna continue to make sure that this shit is solidified in y'all brains. If that is not your nigga, if your name is not baying his fucking phone, wifey, some shit like that you're not scream, you're not some like y'all not solidified. You know this nigga got other bitches and shit like that. Then
what does
honestly,
that have to do with absolutely anything that we're talking about right now?
I'm just saying.
Because I said from the jump. If y'all are in a relationship, that's been the topic this whole time. If you are in a relationship, there is no not being in a relationship, whatever the case may be, blah, 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 blah.
Then again, the niggas you dating is gay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, that's just...
Or wherever you getting this from.
Any statement that I made does not have anything to do with me.
Or where's the robbing from,
okay.
Them niggas is gay. Wherever, like, cause you, like, I don't know where, like, I never even heard of shit like that.
Yeah, it's no way you gonna be in a relationship with somebody.
Not sitting like, you can't sit and watch a movie or some shit like that. I've never in my life heard of some shit like that.
Spending hours on like doing some whole other unimportant shit. I wish somebody would. You wanna watch a movie with me? No.
I've never in my life heard of some shit like that. Like from any nigga anywhere. I'm not gonna lie. Like
they just really got. I'm they gotta be fucked up in the head or something.
Or they just don't like you. Like
I'm trying to talk. I don't know what's going on. Like I don't know. I said something like watching a movie. It don't gotta be specifically that.
Nah,
you said something simple.
But like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't really think of nothing off the top of my head. But like, I don't know. That's just
in a general sense, simple shit.
Like I really
shit
don't
in a
get
relationship
niggas that
shouldn't even really have to be like a debatable question. To be honest,
sit down and have dinner together and shit like that. It
wouldn't even be, do you want to watch a movie with me? It's, oh, I found this movie. We like, I want us to watch it on our day off or like later tonight, whatever the case may be. I feel like relationships, like simple shit, is like, it's like the bullet points in a contract. Cause it's like, how you want to be in a relationship with somebody saying you want to build this shit, but when they ask you to spend simple quality time, like going to dinner or watching a movie or I don't know, going out doing like a paint night, something like the simple shit, just to spend time together, and they don't want to do it, like then you don't want to be in a relationship. Cause how you want to build with somebody and
spend
you don't want to do shit
time.
With them.
Like you can't. It's not even a relationship. Like at that point, it's not even a relationship if y'all not spending no quality time at all. Like if the only thing motherfuckers see this nigga doing is going to hoop with his mans, playing the game, and being with his mans and this, that, the third, and you're not spending no time with your girl. That's not your girl, bro. And this, I don't know. I honestly, for ladies, I don't like blaming y'all for what niggas do, but it is your fault that you deal with this shit. Because at the end of the day, first sign of weird shit, you need to go. That's just what it is. Y'all be trying to wait for these. Y'all be trying to wait for these niggas to change and shit like that. Like at the end of the day, people change for who they want to change for. At the end of the day, and it don't take long. I don't care what nobody. Everybody be like, change don't come overnight. It may not come overnight, but it don't come over months, over years, nigga. If you really want to change, and that's facts. That's just how I feel. Like. Anybody that's gonna change for you, they gonna do that shit almost immediately. Once that shit click in their head, like, yo, I'm gonna lose this motherfucker if I don't do something right. Like, you gonna do some different shit. So, I don't know which one. Somebody had to be going in my man's DM, like, let her know, like, yeah, I'm going through this with my man. And if that's what you going through, shorty. That's what you going through, shorty, like, get the fuck out of there.
We can set you up with some matchmaking or something.
I ain't setting you up with shit. All my mans ain't shit, but
I'm scared.
I'm scared.
All my mans ain't shit.
Fuck, like, okay? Shoot. I'm trying to tell you. I would really. Oh, let me not say that. Like, y'all really think I be over here looking at all the men? Chill.
I'm
That's
crying. They gonna be like, They gonna be like, you out here hoeing?
Like, he said, all his gays, you over here like, yeah.
She don't even know all my man. So.
Like, chill, y'all, chill.
She don't even know all my homies.
I ain't mean it like that.
I ain't mean it like that.
Well, I ain't gonna say all my mans ain't shit, you feel me? Because, you know, I got a couple homies in Philly, you know, that's solid still, you feel me? But that's because we ran in the same circles as kids. Like, the problem is y'all getting a lot of these niggas that were lames in high school. Like, I'm sorry to tell you.
And then they come out of high school and try to be somebody tough and hard up and shit. Like, sir, your name was fucking Sylvester.
I'm crying.
Like, y'all literally.
Now you big dirty. Like, no, you're fucking Sylvester.
Like, y'all are legit dealing. Like, I'm dead seriously. I'm sorry to tell y'all. Like, they say the popular niggas peaked in high school. No, we don't peak in high school. We stopped giving a fuck about popularity because we had it already. We stopped giving a fuck about y'all bitches because we had y'all already. Like, for real, like, that's just what it is. Like, when you, niggas don't care. But the niggas that was lame, that wasn't doing nothing, that was in the house all the time, that wasn't invited to the party, that wasn't coming outside and shit like that.
They outside now.
They are outside now, and they get a taste of what that shit is like, and they is not trying to get that shit up. Like,
so sad. So sad.
They living how we was living at 13, 14, 15, at 25, 26, 27.
And that'd be a lot of them older heads that go into their like early and late 30s, still going out to the clubs all the time, still going to the fucking homecoming college parties and shit. Like that be them.
Yeah, that definitely for sure be them.
And your big thing that you keep saying is like, we keep picking. I feel as though like, all right, first y'all wanted, see, niggas don't never be happy. First is not to judge a book by its cover. Oh, just cause he a hood nigga don't mean he a bad nigga. This and that. Now it's all these hood niggas. I just want to leave them alone.
I just want to know how long ago was it? How long ago was it that just because he a hood nigga, he wasn't a bad nigga? Because at the end of the day, the hood niggas have changed. This ain't the same set of motherfuckers. Like, you gotta understand, like, the motherfuckers that was born maybe like anywhere mid-90s, 90s, adjacent and some shit like that. Like, we had actual OGs and big homies and shit like that that would try to keep us away from the bullshit that they was getting into on the streets and shit like that. You feel me? So, like, they actually was trying to teach us, even though they was out there doing bullshit, they would try to, at least the ones that I know, would try to teach us something, try to put some substance into niggas and shit like that. And the niggas that are big homies now, the niggas that are supposed to be big homies, that are supposed to be teaching these niggas how to go do something with their lives, are teaching them how to go throw their lives away and go do bullshit and go do dumb shit and not teaching them nothing, not putting no substance into these young men. So at the end of the day, all they know is the streets, all they know is some gang shit, all they know is that, so that when they need something, they have to come to them. You feel me? Like, everything in this generation is about having a one-up on the next motherfucker, so that if you need something from them, you can get that shit for free.
Okay, preach.
Like,
preach.
On some real shit.
Preach.
Like, that's why unless you buy legit day one, I don't take shit from nobody. My little brother could tell me, I'll give you this, I don't give a fuck, nigga, keep that. Like, I'm not owing you shit. You know why? Because you're not coming to tell me, yo, you owe up and I want to collect, but I ain't collecting in that way. I want you to do this for me. And I'm going to say, suck my dick. Exactly like that. What you going to do?
That's something good. I'm not a man. Yeah.
Cause
ain't no woman coming up to me like they got me fucked up. Like, bitch, if I owe you something, you want to get exactly what I owe you. I owe you $30, here go your $30. Like,
it ain't even just women. Niggas do that too. Let a nigga, like, if you owe a nigga too much.
I don't think, like, I can't recall no instances, not even in, like, movies and shit like that, where a woman would be like, oh yeah, you owe me this, but I want you to do this instead on some wild shit.
Yeah.
Like, because females don't do that shit. It's just certain shit. Like, females, this the way that y'all are is y'all do shit like be friendly with each other in each other's face, and then like the bad shit that you got to say about each other, you say, or like when y'all not away from each other and shit like that. You feel me? And that's just how women interact. Y'all don't sit and talk about other people and all that shit. That's how women interact. But niggas, they trying to find a way to have to, unless you legitimately, I'm telling you, watch your circles, bro. Because unless you legitimately legitimately 100% men's friends, bro. I don't even have friends, bro. It's either you my brother, you my family, or you absolutely nothing to me. If you like come like, bro, shit. I do not have friends. If you
said absolutely nothing to me.
Yeah, you either my family or you're absolutely nothing to me. That's real shit. I'm not gonna fake it. I'm not gonna fake the funk with you. I don't have friends, because friends be the first ones to cross your shit. Mm-hmm. And at the end of, and don't say it, family be the first ones, because for me, family ain't the motherfuckers that's running, that got the same shit as me running through their veins. Family's the motherfuckers I choose to let into my space, into my circle. I choose my family. Amen. So if I call you family, that mean, and you cross me, that means I made a judgment and error, and you also gotta go because I allowed you into my space and you crossed me.
For breakfast today? I'm fucking crying. You're preaching today. Like, what's going on? Oh, all right, I'm gonna. What's going on? Dang!
Just when I was about to call her family, she does some crazy shit like this.
Oh shit!
Damn, that took a turn I wasn't expecting. Shit.
For real. Now she took it back. Hey yo.
Say nah. She family.
Oh my God.
She been family for a minute.
Nah, but that's just real shit though. Like it's always about the motherfuckers that you choose to be around you. But the point I'm trying to make is like we just men and females interact differently. You feel me? Like I know me myself. I've never been the type to be cool with a whole hell of a lot of niggas. Like, and niggas don't like me naturally. I don't know why. You feel me? Y'all motherfuckers is haters for no reason. Because anybody that actually know me and really get to know me knows that I'm probably gonna be one of the most solid friends or family members you can have in your corner, and that's just real shit. Like, but I hung out with females in school. In Philly, all my best friends were females. And I hung out with my cousin and the niggas I played cards with. That was it. Like I had, my groups of people were for specific reasons. I hung out with these niggas, we played cards, they was my mans and them. And one of them I knew since middle school, rest in peace Kyle, you feel me? But like that was an actual true bond. But everybody else that I hung out with, like the people I hung out with outside of school and did shit outside of school with were all females. I didn't hang out with niggas, like, cause y'all just are niggas.
Niggas lying,
y'all are niggas. Like I don't have time for hating shit. Like I was doing some stuff as a young boy, you feel me, trying to make sure my life would be going in a correct way. So I ain't need none of you niggas getting in my way.
Yo, here we go. Every fucking Wednesday.
Yo.
I'm about to go grip this nigga
It's 7 days of the week.
And it's every time we filming that shit.
I'm trying to
like we be out here at 4:30.
Yo, we early today.
How? Fuck you got our phone.
I'm trying to tell you. No, what happens is they look out the window and see the blue car and be like, yeah, you can pull up now.
Yo, right.
They be like, yo, I need you. I gotta go to work later. Can y'all come a little early today?
Yo, that shit is crazy.
It's alright. I'm gonna give them a landscaping card from my cousin and get my cousin to start doing it. So that when they be like, yeah, pull up, you can be like, nah, bro, it's loud and clear that you gotta wait.
No, bullshit.
Hell no, cause fuck that.
I have one more thing to say. Hold on, I gotta remember what it was.
You ain't write it down? I'm surprised.
No, it was something about what you said. Alright, so I already said something about what you said about other niggas. It was something else.
5 minutes later.
It was something about picking the wrong niggas.
I wasn't finished either.
Something.
With the judging a book by its cover and things of that nature.
Dang.
No, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. But at the end of the day, once you start turning the pages, and them bitches got tears and rips and scribbles and all that kinds of shit in there, you should probably close the book.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
That's what it was. So like, when we was like, giving up too soon or whatever. No, I think that it's giving up too soon. Like, all right, when you first start talking to a nigga or whatever, and something might throw you off, how do you know the difference between a red flag and you just being picky?
Speaking to them about it.
I'm kind of being picky, but at the same time, I feel like, nah, you just did some shit. I ain't like it. You out of here. Like,
see, but at the end of the day, sometimes it is about communication and figuring out, because that is one thing that that's not even a female or male thing. That's just something that we as people do. Somebody do something to offend you, and then rather than you letting them know that it offended you and the way and how it affected you and things like that, you feel me? we just take it as, oh, you did this shit to me, now it's fuck you. You feel me? And sometimes you gotta get to the bottom of shit and figure out what's going on with people to see like if their intention was really to do something bad to you, or nobody's never gonna admit that, like, if they really trying to manipulate you in some way, shape, or form or something like that. Nobody's never gonna admit like, yeah, I was trying to hurt your feelings or some shit like that when I did that.
Like I do something bad, you do something weird.
Yeah, like something simple, but yeah, that you didn't fuck with. But at the end of the day, like, yeah, sometimes you just gotta get to the truth about shit. Like, you feel me?
I mean, if it's not enough, if it's something real petty, then it's probably just a being picky. But for the most part, you will be able to tell like if some shit is a red flag, because like you know for sure if you was in the situation with that person and they acted like that, you're not fucking with it. Or they do that, do whatever, say whatever, you're not fucking with that. Like it's something that don't even make sense in your head. Like why they would want to do that shit.
This is how I see it, right? The best thing to do about red flags is see if the person knows their own red flags. So like, when they do some like out of pocket weird shit or something like that, and it's like it seems off to you, you be like, yo, you know that you do X, Y, Z. Like, you ever notice that you do that? Why do you do that? And see what their response is. And if their response will have nothing to do with like real shit.
Eat for breakfast this morning.
Okay.
You see what their response is, and if their response is not nothing like in the terms of, oh yeah, I do notice I do that, like I had X, Y, Z happen to me at this point in time in my life, and I'm working on that. There's not no shit like that, then at the end of the day, then 9 times out of 10, it's not somebody that's worth your time. Because if they not working on themselves internally, then you shouldn't be putting your time, because it's not up to you to help them become the best them. You feel me?
Yeah. And one last thing before we wrap it on up was, alright, so speaking of the red flags, last question, how do you know the difference between a red flag and you just being traumatized? Because I could relate to Tammy. She was on this Cam Newton Funky Fridays or whatever. I just started watching that. That shit was lit. But she was on there with him, and she was telling him how she was in an abusive relationship or whatever. And so when Walker came around, she every time he would like do some shit, some small ass shit or whatever, she'll be like, well, nigga, like, she'll get defensive, and then it will start an argument. So it's like, how can you tell, like, all right, so let me give you an example. All right, a nigga could be like, I don't like this, or can I see a phone or something? No, not even a phone shit, because that might still be a red flag. I don't know what to use as an example for something that's like, that's not even a red flag, that's just you being traumatized. Does that make sense?
It makes, I can't think of no examples, but it makes sense. But I feel like in those situations,
or why are you wearing that? But he really just don't want you, like, a little too revealing. That's it. You know, he ain't mean it in no abusive way. Like, you feel me?
But they take it.
Yeah, everybody but in your mind, it's like you trying to control me or some shit like that.
Yeah,
I feel you.
Exactly.
Oh.
I'm gonna be honest. That's a little hard, only because it's like you don't know people's level of trauma. You don't know unless they really sit and tell you like in detail, like this is what happened to me. This is how I felt. This is how I be thinking now when somebody talk to me like this or say this to me. Like, you never gonna know. So it's like trauma is kind of like I guess it would be like a roller coaster kind of thing with red flags, because it's like they really might just be traumatized to the point where they really gonna have to work on the trauma, and as they getting over that trauma, they're really gonna see like, oh, that's not a red flag with this person, but it was with my ex.
Okay, okay.
I really don't know how to go about that, because as a person that was traumatized, my traumatic experience didn't come from a woman. So you feel me? I really don't have like, I mean, I do still got trust issues because it's bitches that did shit like say they wasn't doing X, Y, Z.
Be just traumatized. Like, it could be trust issues.
Like I have had trust issues, like, but I don't say it should be red flags, because I know I'm an overthinker, my damn self. Like, for no reason, I will just overthink some shit. Like, absolutely nothing. Be the simplest shit, and I like, it's just my brain don't turn off. That's why I smoke so much weed, y'all. Like, real shit. I smoke to turn my brain off, because it don't shut the fuck up, it'll drive me crazy. But as a person who's been through traumatic experiences, rather than allowing somebody's possible red flags that trigger your trauma, I try to let it be known early. Like, I was abused as a kid. I fucked up real bad for no reason regularly. That's why my knees fucked up, you feel me? And I try to let that be known in the relationships that I have, whether that be with my girl or even with the people that just around me, because I know how I get. Like, I have extreme anger issues. I'm very, very defensive when it comes to me, especially, you feel me? Like, because I was put in a situation where as a kid, I couldn't defend myself. Somebody was doing something to me that I couldn't do nothing about, you feel me? So as I got older,
in the beginning,
yeah,
or like you start feeling like it's gonna get serious.
Nah, I attempt to express that early on with people, period. Like, just with people in general, because I don't like once that other side comes out of me, like where it seemed like yo, who the fuck is that? Like, what's up with him? He don't never act like that. I try to make it so that you already know, like, nah, he done told you, like, there's other facets to himself because of things he's been through. You feel me?
Right.
Like, I try to make sure there's no surprises with me. So.
Interesting. That was the last point, y'all. And I hope y'all got some wisdom just like I did. Because bro was preaching today. I don't know what's going on. But, yeah. You already know what it is.
She said she wanna know what you ate for breakfast.
What did I have? I had a Pop-Tart and breakfast essential.
It must have been the breakfast essential.
No, for real.
Vitamins and minerals.
Had to be. Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Look, man, you guys know where you want to come if you need some knowledge, you need some power, you want some litness,
Shit,
you want some clout.
Some good vibes.
Just come and hit the fucking Loud and Third podcast, because and if y'all want to be a part, you want to come party with us, you feel me? Just comment below, hit either Nia, myself, or Candace in the DM, or you could just hit the Loud and Clear page at Loud and Clear Podcast on Instagram. And you niggas know what it is. Tune in every Monday at 6 p.m. because you're not doing shit else, and you know what it is. We out of here.
Period. What time y'all gotta leave? 2:30?
Yeah, around that, because
yeah. Work. To me, I feel work. See me do me dirt. Just tell me about that work. When you walk a line. In the cafe, drive me, I deserve it. Nothing to have you lurking. Yeah. You make a like, now you don't like it. You know I dealt with you the nicest. Nobody touched me in the right. Nobody text me in a crisis. I believe that all of your dreams are duration. You took my